What's up, Starcraft fans? You are watching a co-op solo mission. I am playing this time as Tychus, and I'm gonna solo the Vermillion problem with, well, myself. I logged on to an alt account on my, well, it's a long story. It involves downloading a software called, what do you call it again? Sandboxy, and allows you to open a second instance of Starcraft 2. And that is how I'm able to run two instances of StarCraft 2 with myself playing as, well, here I am, playing as Tychus, and also myself playing as Rainer. So, I want to do a guide on how Tychus plays like at level 15, but running a co-op mission with an ally will, well, it sometimes makes me rely on someone else, so it doesn't actually show Tychus' strength. So instead, I'm doing this all on my own. You can see the production tab on the top left. That is, well, that shows what is building at the moment. Right now, I'm going for a command center first at 16 supply. This will allow me to get so many resources, or so much resources, and allow me to get upgrades and outlaws earlier on into the game, because it's important that I power up myself with as much economy as possible. I was actually skeptical when I first heard about how Tychus will play, that he's outlaw based and he'll have 0 units. I was actually wondering, where will he spend his money? But it turns out that upgrades are plenty to spend on. So I've sent out 2 SCVs at specific timings, so that as soon as the crystals spawn, I'm able to get them simultaneously, in fact, and I'm able to send both SCVs back at the same time. So I'm starting up my gunslinger's hideout, so I can get 2 outlaws, namely Crooked Sam and Sykes. James Sirius Sykes. James Rainer. So Tychus has spawned, and I'm gonna use him immediately to be aggressive on the map, because I want to get my expansion early on. Setting him out here. So I actually accidentally got the Warhound by mistake. I initially wanted to do Crooked Sam, because Reaper is extremely powerful. But as it is, it looks like we're playing against Terran. You can see I'm still producing SCVs even though I'm fully saturated. That is so that it's easier to transfer workers later on. And instead of getting another tech structure, I'm actually working on a medevac platform. This is so I can be mobile on the map, because I have no ally to rely on. I have to do both offense and defense. So I use the grenade to clear those guys. Yes, like I said, I have to be mobile on the map, so I need the medevac as early as I can. So I sent 2 SCVs, one to collect the first crystal, and I just split off the other one. I deploy all my turrets here. Those turrets are called Warhound Turret. Very creative. Warhound Turret. So I start another medevac platform, so I have even more mobility. It's important to be mobile on this map. Another thing that I like about the medevac is that it heals. It instantly heals and transports out all outlaws. The healing is important, since I want all the firepower I can get, so I will not actually get Nikara this time. I have no ally, so all my units will have to be damage dealers. That is why this medevac pickup is critical. So I first got this upgrade, KD9 Implosion Core. This will basically apply Fatal Attraction to Tychus grenades. It is very useful when facing a group of enemies, since it pulls them to to the center of the explosion. You can see the medevacs being useful already. Oh, that is interesting. Did Tychus's grenade destroy all the units in the Hercules? I didn't see anything drop. That is interesting. Did you see that? we'll just have to rewind to see it. But right now I'm researching big red button. This will unlock the nuke for Tychus's Odin when the Odin is ready. So right now I'm waiting for 1,000 minerals. Once I reach 1,000, I will get Crooked Sam, the outlaw that originally wanted to get first. But it's fine. It's not that big of a deal, since I'm not trying to do a speed run. Crooked Sam and James Sear Sykes, not that far from each other. It would have been terrible if I got the medic first, since, like I said, I need damage output. And the medic just does not provide that. Nikara just does not provide that damage output, which is why I will not go for her this game. Checking for upgrades. You can see I'm tabbing back to my base just to see if I'm getting the upgrades that I need. So I'm looking for the Reapers here. Reapers are actually the worst enemy composition. Well, for a lot of commanders. For Tychus, I would say that Reaver Disruptor is even worse because they deal so much damage. The Reaver shots are quite the big damage dealers. So I'm sending my 2 SCVs that I got to collect these 2 crystals here. I'm sending them to collect these crystals, so my other SCVs can continue mining unimpeded. Whereas I push into this base, you can see like I said, I need all the firepower I can get, which is why the Sears is actually a good choice. You can see his auditors are providing so much firepower. Lil Tom, Lil Tom, it's funny. It's like I'm having 5 extra temporary units out there. So something like interceptors. Interceptors that are static defense. Throw a grenade there. You want to use our cooldowns as much as possible. Speaking of which, the masteries I use for Tychus are the cooldown, the grenade cooldown, the tri-hero thing. It's the upgrade. It's upgrade cost. It's upgrade buff thingy, mastery, instead of the unit availability, because well, the units are very expensive anyway, and just because they're available early on doesn't mean you'll be able to get them. I'd rather have better upgrades. So you can see that the Liberators, you can see why Reaper Liberator is not great for anyone, because those Liberators deal so much damage. And it's easy to lose one of your hero units if you aren't careful. I start a 3rd medevac because, like I said, I need all the mobility I can get and all the firepower I can get.
A molten salamander has emerged from the lava. Conservationists say they're endangered. But who's in danger?
So I move my dudes up here to anticipate the next attack wave.
We got some visitors heading for
But
the base.
things don't go exactly according to plan. So I have 3 units and they have 5 points of interest. That's pretty stressful when I got there. So this is the first one. I clear the Reapers right away so I can send my SCV to collect this Xenon Crystal. The second point of interest is the this attack wave that are coming from my SCVs. The third point is this attack wave where I'm forced to use the Odin to clear out the attack wave. I didn't want to actually, but I didn't want to use the Odin, but I was forced to because I had to defend myself from that attack wave, or my ally. If my ally uses, or if I lose all my Rainer buildings, I will lose, and I only have 1 Rainer building. So the fourth point of interest is the far western crystal. I'll need to clear those. The hero I got is what's his name? What's his face? Kev Rattlesnake West. So I got Rattlesnake for his healing mostly, because yeah, healing's pretty nice too. I mean, I didn't want to get the medic because the medic doesn't deal damage, but the Marauder, is a medic that does damage. A bit slow in the reaction here. I actually meant to use the healing. Yeah, that ability right there. Deploy revitalizer. Yeah, the revitalizer. I wanted to use that. So I'm just using my dude to clear out this base. So at this point, I already have 4 outlaws, and I'm just getting my upgrades. Having a full saturation on your minerals is very important for Tychus because your minerals are what restrains him mostly. You can see I'm flowing 1,000 gas, whereas the upgrades are mostly mineral bound. You can see a 650, 650, 650, and 1200, 400. Yeah, you can see how expensive they are. Anyway, back to the action. So I clear this area next. I use a grenade to clear those ground units so I can take care of the liberators. Ooh, that hybrid attack. So I use the revitalizer again. Take out that big hybrid. I pick up Tychus in time so it doesn't get taken out. There's a liberator there, but I don't quite see it right now. In fact, I still don't see it. Maybe it died or something. I hope it died. Still deploying those guns. You can see how important those guns are. They provide me the extra firepower that I desperately need. Because again, I only have 5 units. Or 4 right now. Clearing these buildings. Drop the army there. So I'm clearing the last building there, but not quite this one. Anyway, I go right out to meet them. You can see that cyclones are pretty annoying to deal with. Actually, I was actually forced to step in here because I have to deal with attack wave as fast as possible. I don't have time to dance around them. By the way, the last student I got was Nux, because he's basically a High Templar. Ultrasonic Pulse is basically Storm. Man, those cyclones are very annoying. Use another Storm there. I wanted to use the medevac, but I'm out of charges right now. So I'm kiting them. Ideally, I lose 0 units, but cyclones and liberators deal so much damage. Try to skirt around the edge and take out the enemy waves, or take out the enemy wave.
I'm getting a report that the lava is surging right now. Let's switch to lava.
I run back to the middle. Fly back to the middle. Here comes Crooked Sam once again. Yeah, I lose units. I don't have perfect micro. So I got these upgrades for Rattlesnake.
Upgrade complete.
Yeah, I prioritize this one, the 20% additional attack speed, because it's pretty awesome. This one is additional healing, and the left one is improves the healing rate. Oh, this right one is self-heal for Rattlesnake. The last one is concussive shells. Here comes the Odin. This is very important because this base is a huge one. So I need to use the nuke over there to clear it out, like so. 36, awesome. So all I need to do is step in and finish off the stragglers. I actually like the nuke of the Odin. It's larger. It has a larger radius, I think, than the pulse cannon and Nova's nuke. Oh, Rattlesnake almost sacrificed himself there for no reason. So it's not real sacrifice. It's just running into death, being stupid, etc. Build a second engineering base so I can get more upgrades. Now I clear these out. I like the fear effect. But the bad news is I wasn't able to get an SCV here in time, which means I'll have to lose this crystal. A bit unfortunate. Not perfect, but
The lava has arrived once more.
I am still holding strong.
Film crew is
Remember, I don't have an ally who's helping me out. It's just me, myself, and I. Start that level 2 upgrade
flame spread as the molten
and
salamander
the endurance
resurfaces.
supplements.
Will the Dominion's allies intervene?
Increases the life.
This creature unchecked.
Yeah, increases the life of Rattlesnake, makes him tankier. Outlaw weapons level 2. Got some more upgrades. Now I'm getting Nux upgrades. Increases the damage. Yeah, it basically improves the storm. Increases the damage, increases the radius, and increases the duration. It's all storm upgrades.
Now it's up to the workers to reach those.
I haven't played Tychus enough to determine which one is the optimal one, but I definitely like the storm. You just see that storm take out the entire wave.
Beyond all belief,
It's still going.
is nearly charged.
Wow.
Can they make it? I'll be here to find out.
Storm is pretty awesome. But I have to run away for now because of those liberators. There we go. Now let's see what else is here. Yeah, let's pick up those 2 Xenon crystals.
Upgrade complete. Our SCVs are under attack.
The annoying Cyclone. Terran is the most annoying opponent. They're not the most difficult. Zerg is the most difficult. But Terran is undisputedly the most annoying race to play against. Because of stuff like this. Earlier, you remember me taking out this base with the 2 starports. If I didn't do that, I would have had 2 Liberators in this base wailing away at my SCVs. You can see I didn't bother. I totally saw this refinery being 0, but I didn't bother because I was already flowing more gas than I need.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Another SCV ran himself there for no reason. At least I was able to get the heal in time for my dudes. Once again, I tried to push up here. Might have been better if I just pushed from the side, so at least I'm not going up a ramp. Lost Tychus. Not good. I have to retreat the rest of the dudes. So I can get some healing in. Widowmine got a hit off me, but I will take care of the rest. And set up another Vitalizer. Awesome. Those turrets are a real help.
Vermillion to get you the updates you need.
If you don't have
Word is the lava is hitting
one of the fixers,
live to the planet.
if you don't have one of the fixers, Sirius's turrets also are detectors. See, detector. It says right there.
Flame spread as the molten salamander
I keep pushing up here.
Will the Dominion's allies intervene?
You can see I'm making heavy use with the turrets. Turrets and the AoE spells. Once again, setting up a Revitalizer. It's important to use all of your spells. Since the auto attacks are, well, they're auto attacks. They don't deal enormous splash damage like the abilities do. Which is why I do recommend using all of these as often as you can. Outlaws making their way down here. And I'm gonna use the Odin once again. As soon as I'm in range. Oh! Did the Odin just kill someone? Oh man! So I use a nuke over here to clear those dudes out. Pretty nice. Collect these last 2. I use a storm over here. Good thing the revitalizers are helping keep me alive. And there we go. Now I've cleared that area out. And this is basically game. If I remove the production tab, you can see that I'm already at 18 out of 20. And they only need 2 more. Here's one. And here's the other.
Your forces are under attack.
So this thing that I'm doing right here, that I'm pushing into an enemy base, it doesn't really matter.
Enemies headed
If I wanted to do a full clear, all I have to do is stop these guys from going to the stabilizer, but I totally can't. I have 9 minutes to spare, and I can totally full clear this map if I wanted to, but that is not really important right now. What's more important to me is to get Molten Cell. Should be coming right about now. And there it is. Just spam our abilities and finish it off.
But that thing looks angry.
There it is.
This just in. Dominion allies slay an endangered animal.
And that's the last one.
Was there really no other way?
That's the last thing we have to do on this map, at least. Now we jump back to our expansion. Yeah, we can get those if we want, but we don't need it. We don't need them because we can just send our dudes
Unscientific.
to the stabilizer and finish the game.
Listen to Terry.
And we're gonna try to engage, but
His allies are victorious.
that's not even gonna happen.
Was plundering Viridia's natural resource?
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. If you have any idea of what else you can do, please leave that in a comment. No score screen because, well, this is a replay. Alright. Well, yeah, the point of the score screen is to compare the output, but you can see that my ally did nothing. Alright, see you.